everyone. That was not COVID. Anyway, in case you haven't heard, Fulltone pedals, owned by Michael Fuller, is closing down after 3 decades of business. And we all know his #1 selling pedal, the OCD. Now, the OCD is a 50-50. You either love it or you hate it. It's a bunch of people who love it and a bunch of people who hate it. And it is actually one of our top selling distortion pedals here in the store. And is it overrated? Is it just a bunch of marketing jargons like his enhanced bypass? A Fulltone innovation is a vast improvement over the industry standard dynamic rubbing unity gain J-filter bipolar buffers used by other companies. Fulltone's enhanced buffer doesn't have the out of phase issue and tone loss inherent with most circuits either. True bypass was great back when we were only using a few pedals, but things have changed. Simply placing the V2, this is version 2, the V2 OCD bypassed in enhanced bypass mode in your signal path will recoup all the lost tone and pecking dynamics that the standard buffered and true bypass pedals and cables cause. Say what you want about that. Yeah, apparently true bypass was actually a term coined by Michael Fuller, and it's been since the #1 question by everyone when they buy a pedal. Is it true bypass? Well, this has true bypass and enhanced bypass. Whatever I read about it just now. So many years ago, I actually got an OCD, the 1.4, and the problem was I was playing it through a solid state amp. Didn't sound as good, but a lot of people have this thing where they plug in the OCD and it's either like they freaking hate it, doesn't sound right. But I believe if you have a tube amp, it's always going to sound glorious. So I thought, I've not played this in a while, the original OCD. This is the V2, by the way, and I thought I heard something. Anyway, so we're going to check out this pedal again, and I have my Aristides 060 going into the Hughes & Endler Tube Master Deluxe 20, going into the orange 2x12 vertical cabinet being mic'd up by ST Electronics V7X, and I have the Elysius Micro 4 for some reverb because reverb makes me happy, and the OCD is in the front of the amp, currently powered by a 9-volt adapter. We might switch to 18 volts, so calm your titties, we will get there. But here is the clean zone without the pedal. I'm going to put the guitar in the in-between position first. The toggle switch on the Fulltone is currently in low peak. Yes, it is now called low peak. It might have been called low pass or whatever in the days back, whence I don't know. But currently in the version 2 manual, it says here high peak and low peak. So currently in low peak, you get an incredible accuracy to the original sound of your amp and guitar with little coloration. Excellent for clean boosting or crank to blackface or tweed style tones for when you're not going for British type sounds. So here we go. Here's the pedal. Sounds good to me. Let's start cranking this pedal. Anyway, let's just crank the gain all the way up because I like gain. Oh, that's my guitar, by the way. I have issues with my guitar. Anyway, that was the low peak mode. Now, let's check out the high peak mode very quickly. High peak, you get increased. There's a typo in the manual. You get increased. You get increased distortion throughout the drive knob's range, more volume, and a slight increase in the mid-range between 1 to 2 kilohertz for more of a British vibe, a la Vox and Marshall. I'm going to leave the drive in the center first. High peak mode. Definitely more volume. I'm going to just back down the gain for a tad. Went the highway star route, but either way, that was on 9 volts. I'm going to quickly just go to 18 volts for this pedal. Same settings. Definitely way more headroom, a bit more cleaner. I'm going to put it back at 9 volts because I want the damn gain. Anyway, I think it sounds pretty great. I think that some people, they are probably not used to an OCD especially through a solid state amp, because this is a hard clipping distortion. It's a bit more harsh. By itself, some people might find that that tone is a bit too harsh, but in the mix, it actually cuts through pretty well. I remember not liking the 1.4 because of the particular setup I had. I was not dialing it right, and with the I personally now own the OCD-Ge, which comes with the Germanium clipping diodes, which to me sounds superior. I'm going to leave a link in the description with a comparison video between that and the OCD 2.0. But either way, using it today, I kind of like the pedal actually. So what I'm going to do now, earlier I was going through a spanking clean channel. Now we're going to just dial in some crunch on the gain channel of the amp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost this gain channel right now. So listen to the gain a bit more. We're going to boost it now. So without the pedal, sounds pretty good to me. There's a nice compression to it, so it's making my playing also feel nice and easy. So now I'm going to leave that settings there. I'm going to go to the high peak mode. The extra level and gain on the high peak mode is kind of like bottoming out the amp a little bit, because this is just a 20-watt head set on 20-watt mode. But yeah, I can hear it bottoming out, but that's to be expected when there's this much volume going to the gain channel. Low peak mode. There you go, the OCD. Fun fact, here's a message from Michael Fuller. There's a lot of ODs comparing themselves to and stealing from the Fulltone OCD. That's to be expected when you're the best-selling handmade overdrive of all time. There are many out-and-out clones of the OCD, and that's some form of compliment, I suppose. But I'd like to personally thank you for buying and supporting the original, the one and only OCD. So, with that, get your OCD while it's still around. If you want a brand new one, it's shop warranty. But of course, let me know what you think about the tones. Achieved it today in this video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, enjoyed it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Fulltone OCD. I have OCD. Perfect timing.